This is an educational example based on my personal approach. Results vary widely, and nothing here guarantees profit or future performance. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Trading with Ashley show. What an amazing day. I have so much going on today that I wasn't going to do a video, but I just could not let the sun set and not celebrate what happened. The market is at all-time high. So I want you to think about that for a second. Anyone who's ever invested into the market, if they stayed in the market and they just put their money in there, most of them are seeing gains today. That's amazing. And for those of you that have been intimidated by Wall Street, you're interested, but you just don't know what to do, I really want you to learn this for yourself because it's really available to all of us. It has provided an incredible opportunity for me, not just to teach it to everybody, but personally, I was able to walk away from corporate America after all of the drama that you see in corporate America, especially now with everyone feeling so uneasy with AI taking over their jobs. I was able to walk away from all of that and live life on my terms. And I really want that for all of you. So I'm glad to do my part to help you get there. Now, speaking of that, we had an amazing day, not just in the market, but our members are celebrating. They're making a lot of great money, and it always helps when the market's moving in your direction. So if they had placed some trades earlier this year, like most of us did when things were beat up and they were bold and they went in, today they feast. They are able to see the fruits of their labor. Let's take a quick peek at what some of my members are up to. Before I show you these, I want to be clear. These are individual results. They are not typical, and they do depend on experience, timing, and market conditions. We are all celebrating together. Here's Ken. He had a huge day. One account, he made $28,000 in that account. You can see here that Danny had quite the day. Look, 49% on this one BE call. I've been trading BE in the community, and it has really provided incredible wealth building opportunities for us. Israel had a $2,000 day. That's very exciting. Kim, she grew her account almost $12,000 in one day. Her Palantir and Hood trades are also starting to come back. So that's very exciting because she can start selling covered calls on those. Wow, Ian had a $35,000 day. This is pretty exciting and very special. Now, keep in mind, the market has to cooperate for you to have trades like this, for you to have wins like this. But when you know what you're doing, it is possible. Doug's enjoying $3,600 extra this week. Sheila's up $20,000 just today. Phil is brand new in our community, and he has been killing it. He has learned so much. He's already made $15,000 since joining the community just a few short weeks ago. Very proud of you, Phil. Aaron's enjoying $9,000 more this week in his account. And this was heartwarming to see. Carolina, she actually came through one of my boot camps, and she started off with $25,000. She took her time. She learned everything in order and how you're supposed to do it. And she started adding to her trading funds once her confidence grew. And here we are just a few short months later, and she is at $500,000 in her trading account. Very proud of you too, Carolina. And it's not just the cash returns. Note like this from one of my members, Cat in the House. What a fun Discord name. He shared that we are very thankful to have you in our lives, and I am thankful to be here for all of you to help you navigate Wall Street. And just to reiterate, these are exceptional outcomes and not what most traders experience. No, I want you to get a piece of this, so I'm going to share something with you. One of my wonderful coaches, Coach Steve, he teaches the MACD crossover, and he's really good about pulling stocks that are ready to enjoy that ride up. And so I wanted to take you through some of his picks today that he has gone through. They're right there. The crossover just happened on the weekly MACD, which shows now they have the tailwinds that could continue to push them higher. Now, for those of you that are a little confused, you're like, wait a minute, do I wait until the market's bullish to trade these stocks, or do I buy them? Do I buy the indices when everything's beat up like you've been doing? I think a blended approach is best. I don't like anyone to have FOMO because they feel like they missed the bottom. If you are dealing with something like the Qs or the SPY and you see that RSI go to 30 or below, really 35 or below, and you see the VIX elevated anywhere 30 or higher, that is the time that I strike. I've done that for the last 2 years, and it has paid me handsomely. I even got all my children set up with their QQQ calls. I had them purchase, and every day they're like, wow, this it just keeps growing and growing. And these calls don't expire till 2028. And the best part is I told all of you about it as well. I hope you were able to get in on it. But some people are just more comfortable trading when the market shifts, when everything's bullish. You can do that too. I take a blended approach. I don't mind getting in there when everything is oversold. I go ahead and I launch some of my trades in, but then I will layer in and add to that when that crossover happens. So let me show you some stocks that are crossed over now, and then you can decide if you want to get in and start selling some puts on these stocks, or if you think it's got a long runway, you can buy skips and leads. Let's go look at it. Now, here is a post from one of my coaches, Coach Steve. He is constantly scanning the market, and he has scans set up to look at when the bullish MACD crossover has happened. So I'm going to show you a few of the potential tickers you might be interested in trading, and then I'm going to show you how to find this for yourself so that you can evaluate your favorite stocks to see if they're ready for this all-important MACD crossover. Feel free to take a screenshot of this if you're interested. There are a lot of great potential opportunities here. Now, be aware we are seeing the crossover, but it could simply go back down as well if we have another zinger in the market. So we're all enjoying all the green that's happening, but be cautious. Don't go too heavy in until you see that this is a sustained rally. I want you to all be very careful. First, let's look at HIMS. So HIMS had the positive MACD crossover. Now, I did a video just the other day on HIMS. A lot of us in the community, we were able to finance our leaps for HIMS that go out to January of 2028 with sold puts. So that's pretty cool because effectively when we buy back those sold puts and profit, then the leaps will continue to run. So that's a wonderful way to get a great return. Here we are looking at the MACD crossover. Now I've shown you in other videos, but I'll go ahead and show it to you again. When you click on indicators, you can just simply put in MACD and then it pulls up the one that you'll need. I leave the settings the same, but I do change this up here in the corner. I change it to weekly if I'm looking at weekly. If I'm going to be doing day trading, I'll typically look at a shorter time frame, like 5 minutes. But you can see right here, the crossover did take place on Monday, April the 6th. Now, it looks like HIMS does have a little bit of room to run, even though it has been doing great. You can see the RSI is 62. It is trading toward the top of its band. If it has any kind of a pullback, you can look for an entry, maybe somewhere around 21 or 22. Let's see what the premium is if we go in around this mark. If you're interested in trading HIMS, just be aware that they do have earnings coming up May 11th. So this is prior to earnings. This is 23 days away. If you go with that 22 strike, look, right now you can get about 151 a share. That's really generous because that gives you in 23 days about a 6.8% return. So this does change based on the movement of the stock, but just be aware of it. If the market pulls back in the coming days for any reason, this would give you even more. Now, let's take a look at AMD. It's really been going strong. You can see the weekly crossover took place right here. So it's just starting its bullish journey. Usually this histogram will start to build and you'll see bright green. And then when it starts fading, like right over here, this is when you see that the buying pressure has subsided. So if you're catching this right here at the beginning, you can usually do pretty good. Let's go look at the technicals. Now, AMD, it's overbought on the RSI. You can see right here, it's at 74, and it is just a constant green pressure. So you could expect in the coming days, it might pull back just a little bit, probably not a lot. So you can choose an entry level. Let's assume if it's trading right now at about 260 before it pulls back, you might get a retracement right here to around 235 in the coming days. Now, it has earnings coming up too, so we want to avoid earnings. Let's take a look at when earnings is. Earnings are set for May the 5th. So you could leapfrog earnings or take a trade before. We'll look at both. If you want to do your trade before earnings, look right here, 16 days away, May the 1st. You have 235 strike. Right now, it's offering 336. So in about 16 days, that's 1.42% return. So annualized, that would give you about a 37% return. Not bad. If you want to go over earnings, if you're a little braver, let's see what the premium would be. Now, when I trade over earnings, I don't like to go right behind earnings. I like to go ahead and place a trade that's a little bit further out. In case it does dip, it allows for buyers to step in. So let's look at 5/29. It's 44 days away. If you were to take the 235 strike and trade it at this moment in time, you would get 982 for the 5/29 expiration, which is really good. That's a 4.17% return in a matter of 44 days. Finally, let's take a look at BE. This is such a fun stock to trade. So we've been in this for a while, and then we had the news of the partnership with Oracle, and it just is off to the races. So that MACD crossover took place earlier in April, and it's coming in hot. So you can see it's going ahead and wanting to go really high, really fast. It's just getting started though, so we'll have to watch it and see. It does have earnings coming up. Let's take a look at the technicals. Earnings are right around the corner on April the 28th. But here's my theory on Bloom. Not a lot of people knew about Bloom. So my theory is that if it dips under 200, that new buyers will step in. It's had a monster run. Currently, it's cooling off, but the RSI is 71, even with the cool off, and it's trading outside of the band. There is a big gap to be filled, so you might want to focus right here on something on around that 175 level. I think we'll probably be able to get really good premium. Let's go take a look. If we jump over earnings, we want to go a little bit further out, like I said, to give us some room. 529 is 44 days away. If you go with that 175 strike, your deltas are 0.24, so it's a really good area. You can see right now you'd be getting 14.50 for this 175 trade. So that is going to provide you over an 8% return in just 44 days. Now here's the remaining list. We're out of time, so you can go look at any of these like I just showed you and look for potential entries. Just be aware of earnings. And if you want to see something like this on a regular basis, you can find it inside the Inner Circle. I hope that gave you a few trade ideas and you're comfortable enough to jump on in. If you're not and you want a community behind you, you want a full course that will teach you everything you need to know to do this for yourself, I'd love for you to join the Inner Circle. If you're interested in that, there's a little link below this video. Go ahead and click that and my team will help you next steps to get into the community. I want to personally meet you if you come in the community. I make sure that I personally meet everybody and have a little conversation with them because I think it's important that I know everyone in my community because I worked so hard for you. I want to know who it is. It motivates me to understand your story. Remember, if you're with me trading with Ashley, there is no trader left behind. Now, if you want to watch another video I did, it'll give you some more learning tools on how to trade a variety of environments. You can watch that right here.